Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Łukasz Cioch, and this is the EIT Innovation Prizes Competition 2020. I hope you will enjoy watching this year's country final, the first one. Today, we are in Lithuania. Over the past few months, the world around us has been changing at unprecedented pace with words like coronavirus, COVID-19, pandemic on everyone's mouth and lips in every news broadcast, reputedly and symbolically. It all started at a food market in China, and what followed has seriously impacted the food systems around the world. We all remember those news updates with empty shelves and very long queues in front of supermarkets. Over the past 3 months, millions of people were pushed to rely on food banks. Thousands of tons of crops were left unpicked in the fields for a period of time in multiple cities, locations and sites. Key supplies and services became erratic. But we also saw some good things, people returning to cooking more, planting their own fruits and vegetables in their household gardens, shopping more locally, supporting local restaurants, farmers, and food producers. No doubt a very positive trend. Hopefully it lasts. What we are witnessing, however, is also a very important wake-up call, an opportunity to transform our food systems towards much healthier, much safer, and much more sustainable solutions. Those who think there's still time to wait are simply wrong, and big businesses are unfortunately a little too slow to change and adapt. What the world needs is bright, fast-paced startups who are showing that you can make money, yes, but above all, make a difference. The startups that you will hear from today dedicate themselves day in, day out to bringing that transformation about. Having said that, it's obviously not an easy year for startups and business in general. Trillions of dollars worldwide have been wiped out all over the world, resulting in bankruptcies, millions of people losing jobs, and lots of industries and taxpayers grinding to a halt overnight. This is why EIT Food moved its Innovation Prizes competition online and to the summer season so that startups could rely on critical funding as and when they need it. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it's a perfect moment to welcome the representative of the Lithuanian Hub, Vaida Morkūnaitė, who will tell us more about how Kaunas University of Technology works together with EIT Food. Hello, Vaida. Hi, how are you?
Hi. Hi, can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you really well.
Okay, we are doing great. And so, hello, everyone. I'm really happy to have you here. In fact, it's the 3rd year in a row we are organizing this contest, and each year it brings something new and innovative. And this year is not an exception too. It's the first year when the contest is organized online, of course, because of pandemic. And honestly, it was quite challenging to organize it in this way. But as you know, it is said that tough times create the most innovative solutions. So for today's event, I hope that everything will go smoothly and audience will find it interesting and inclusive. And the most important, participants. I would like to wish them just to enjoy the process, despite of the results. Just enjoy the process because you are in the final already and you already are the winners. So have a good time and quality time, and don't forget to vote. And you know, now I'm feeling like in Eurovision contest when countries are starting voting from different countries and etc. So have a nice time.
Thank you very much, Vaida, for a great, wonderfully optimistic, inspirational welcome to our participants. Ladies and gentlemen, we also have Julia Bodnar from EIT Food joining us today. Hello, Julia.
Hi, Łukasz. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you well, and so far I can see 2 wonderfully positive smiles. I hope it continues till the end of the final.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for welcoming me to the virtual stage. I'm happy to join this first, as you mentioned, online final on behalf of EIT Food. And I'd like to take a couple of moments to tell our audience, our startups, everybody more about EIT Food, what we do, and most importantly, how we support the young, innovative agri-food startups. So I guess we will slowly move to my presentation. Here we go. Thank you so much. So hello, everybody. Again, I would like to take a couple of minutes at the beginning of this wonderful contest to welcome you all on behalf of EIT Food and to tell you more about what we do for the startups, and especially for those of you in the audience who are interested in innovation, entrepreneurship, you're very welcome to use all the opportunities that I'll tell you about in the next couple of minutes. So I believe that there might be people in our virtual audience who have never heard about EIT Food. So this is my chance to tell you what we do. EIT Food is essentially the initiative of the European Institute of Innovation and Technology, and it was set up to transform our food system, simply put. In the last couple of months, we saw how important our food system is. It was a big reminder for us, and also how many challenges it faces. And the coronavirus, the rapid climate change, they really push us to quickly innovate and transform our food system. So this is exactly what EIT Food is striving to do. Our mission is to make the European food system healthier, more sustainable, and of course, more trusted for the consumer. And we do this by gathering over 100 partners all across Europe and working together with them. These partners are key industry players, food producers, agri-food startups, research centers, universities from all across Europe. And of course, if you want to transform the food system, you do have to have a couple of angles to do so. So all of our activities that we do as EIT Food together with our partners, we do them across 4 main functional areas: education, public engagement, innovation, and entrepreneurship. And of course, from my side, I would like to tell you more about entrepreneurship. So at EIT Food, we're trying to help young startups at any and every stage of the growth of their business, starting from the moment when they launch their innovative product or concept through its acceleration, and then, of course, when they hopefully scale up as a company. So to give you an example, if you are a student with a brilliant startup idea, or if you're a researcher and you have some minimal viable product, you have some technology and a basic idea what you'd like to do with it on the market, probably one of the programs in the launch segment would be a good fit for you. So today, actually, Innovation Prizes is one of such programs, and today we'll have a chance to see how it works from the inside. And meanwhile, I'd like to tell you a couple of words about other programs that interested startups can apply in starting 2021. One of such other very ambitious programs is called Seedbed. This is our customer discovery program that is being delivered across 5 hubs in the European Union. It lasts for 6 months, and in this program, startups can test their early stage solutions and products. They can reach out to their potential clients, and they can validate their first market assumptions. The program includes mentorship and business coaching, skills training, funding and prizes. And as I mentioned before, it will be open again for startups to apply in 2021. And currently it is running in 5 locations across Europe. Another program that I'd like to mention on this online virtual stage is called Food Accelerator Network. And in this program, early stage startups can exponentially grow. They can use the tools, mentorship, contacts with our partners that we provide to basically increase their visibility and growth. It's a 4-month program. Again, it will reopen in 2021, and it's based in 6 different locations, so also a great opportunity to travel. Especially the startups who will participate today, who will pitch on our virtual stage, they're very welcome to apply for it. But any other impactful innovators out there, you're also very welcome to explore this opportunity. And the last program that I'd like to mention today, last but not least for sure, this is Rising Food Stars Association. It is essentially a network organization for successful, game-changing early agri-food scale-ups, so a little bit more mature companies. We offer them access to our partners, and we offer them an exclusive chance to actually work with EIT Food partners on the very same basis. We have over 50 members in this association currently, and every year we're recruiting for more startups. So as I mentioned before, at EIT Food, we do have many startup programs tailored to different stages of startup development process, of the journey. So please, you're very welcome to explore our website to see all the opportunities that we have there. Get in touch with us. Our contact details are also there. And we're really happy to, again, having you here in the online final. And good luck to all the startups who'll be pitching today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Julia. Wording matters, I guess, ladies and gentlemen. It was really interesting to hear this term used, customer discovery. So instead of chasing your customers desperately with a large net from now on, you can just start the process of customer discovery, which in itself sounds much more optimistic, doesn't it, ladies and gentlemen? We have 8 startups today competing for the country final prizes. The first prize is €5,000, second prize €3,000, and the third prize is €1,000. Last but not least, we'll also be awarding the audience prize during today's final, much cherished by a lot of competitors across different finals. Needless to say, perhaps, our audience plays a key role in this competition. During the jury deliberations, as well as during the keynote presentation, each audience member will have one vote to say which startup has won their heart and mind by far. The startup that wins your hearts and minds will get the possibly extra €2,000, or it will be a separate award. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our today's jury. We have Paulina, Augustas, and Mika joining us in the jury room. They might just have the toughest job today. Welcome. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, hi, how are you?
Please unmute. Yeah, we can hear. Everyone can hear everyone, right?
Hi.
Wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, I remember a very funny situation with a very famous English writer who came to Poland once, and I was supposed to interview him on a theater stage for 2 hours. And the evening before, we met for dinner just to get to know each other and have a proper small talk, introductory conversation to get the feel of what it would be like to work together on the stage. And the first question he asked me at dinner, the very first one was, why would you be the right person to ask me questions tomorrow on the stage? So my question to you is, please introduce yourselves with a few words and try and answer this question. What qualifies you to be the jury for today's competition?
So who would be first?
I understand that can be quite an intimidating question, but just imagine how intimidating it will be for our contestants to answer your questions. So who goes first?
So hi everyone, I'm Paulina. So I am the one of the co-founder of InnoFood. It's an Lithuanian.
Paulina, could I please ask you to talk a little closer to the microphone?
Oh, okay. So
yeah, that's much better. Thank you.
Much better. Okay. So I am the one of the co-founder of InnoFood. It's a Lithuanian fermented oat drink. A few years ago, we also participated in this innovation grant and won second place. And we're still scaling up and we're doing really well. So I hope and I wish everyone all the best. And that's probably it for now. And later on, I'm going to ask some questions for you to.
Wonderful.
One of the best.
Thank you very much, Paulina. We have Augustas and Mika. Gentlemen, Who goes first?
I'll continue. Sure. So who am I to ask the questions for all those youngsters today, right? So, well, I'm the one
Nobody
who has
said
been
it
asked
would be
questions. I was asked many times of the questions from different kind of Jerry, because my path and journey in the agri-food tech started about 13 years ago. And from founding the companies, raising the capital, buying the companies from the venture capital funds, and now investing commonly with them, I think I passed all the stages of agri-food, evolving of the companies. And right now actively work as the business angel in the agri-food industry as well. My company is the co-partner in the EIT Food. So we are active member in this specific ecosystem. And I hope that, well, it will be really interesting to hear the pitches today. So all guys, the day has come. So be brave, be proactive, and I wish good luck to everyone.
And may the force be with you. And last but not least.
Yeah, hi, I'm Mika. I'm partner, founder, first here.
Mika, I'm afraid the connection quality is a little on the poor side.
Innovative food technology. So I'm really excited and really looking forward to see how they come real.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, that's our jury. You can expect a fair judgment from a professional jury like that. And let's proceed to the competition. Our first contestant today, Robotica. Ladies and gentlemen, we will proceed with the first contestant right now, and we go to the first presentation of the day, Robotica, a pesticide-free way to fight Colorado potato beetles. Enjoy.
I will start my presentation with one simple question. If you had to choose between two types of potatoes, the ones that were grown organically and sustainably, and the ones that were not, and if the price were the same, which one would you choose? With my colleagues, Dennis and Saulius, with whom we recently won a gold medal in international synthetic biology competition called IGEM, we decided to take a step further and develop a project called Robotica, a novel way to grow potatoes more sustainably and organically. So I will start with the background. Potato is a root vegetable consumed all around the world. It is estimated that its global market seeks $70 billion. However, it is affected by many different pests, for example, insects such as Colorado potato beetles and aphids, and different diseases such as late blight or early blight. Currently, to fight against different pests and diseases is used pesticides. However, it was shown that they cause severe health problems, such as respiratory problems, including asthma, even to different types of cancer. It was also shown that it has a huge effect on ecosystems, affecting natural organisms populations. Also, what was shown that the resistance to pesticides grows substantially, and is thought that in the future it will be a huge problem. Therefore, it is known that in the future we'll have to find a new ways how to grow potatoes more organically and sustainably. Currently, organically grown potatoes are in huge demand. The demand surpasses the supply, and the sector grows extensively. However, it is a huge challenge to grow potatoes organically, as fighting against pests and diseases without using chemicals is very difficult. Therefore, most of the farms choose to grow potatoes in an inorganic way. So relying on these problems in these sectors, we decided to develop our project called Robotica, a robot to fight pests. So it consists of 5 different parts. First one is a camera that monitors different individual plants in the field. Second, it has a software that is AI trained to recognize different pests. When pest is recognized, suction tube is used to collect recognized insects, and if that insect isn't feasible to suction tube, it has also a laser to kill these pests. And finally, it moves autonomously in the field without a need of any person interaction. So overall, it is a robot that moves autonomously through the field and kills pests. So its advantages that it can control a major pest, Colorado potato beetle. It can kill other pests too, including aphids that spread many diseases in the field, fleas and wireworms. It also, as it have a camera, it can monitor state of the plants to avoid the diseases. And it also could be adapted for other crops, improving its potential. So it is a plan of next 3 years. So through the next 3 years, we'll be seeking to patent it. So it was a project called Robotica, a new way to grow pests more organically and sustainably. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our first contestant, Color Robotica. We have Valentas joining us live now. Hello, Valentas.
Hello, everybody.
Hi there.
Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you well. I can also hear a bit of background noise, but that's okay. Valentas.
Yes, sir.
I should say, what Stella. Are you ready for the jury questions?
Yes.
All right, over to you and the jury. Enjoy.
Presentation, there seems to be a lot of noise background there, but hopefully you can hear me. Chemical usage reduction, that's really interesting case, and you have new technology developed there. What is the status of technology? How far are you at the moment?
We are in the stage of idea or concept, and we expect to develop it further for the next 3 years.
Thank you. It was a really nice presentation. I would like to ask you, do you think anything about the target market? Who will consume your like small consumer or high fields application?
Could you repeat your question?
Yes. What is your target market?
We are targeting both organic, both the farms that grow potatoes organically, make them easy to grow it organically, and we also target conventional farms, and we think that it can reduce the usage of pesticides.
Okay, thank you.
Do we have any further questions, or would that be all? It looks like we have no further questions Valentas, which can be good news because you might just as well have exhausted all the questions in the presentation itself. So thank you very much and good luck in today's competition. Ladies and gentlemen, let us proceed to the second contestant of the day, the FoodKind.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gaila and I am CFO of FoodKind. I would like to start by introducing one of the greatest problems which have been overlooked for a long time due to lack of data: avoidable food waste. In 2018, 40 million tons of healthy food ended up as a waste due to their ugly looks or overproduction in the EU. In 2019, 2 out of 10 food produced on farm ended up as a waste or loss within the supply chain. For this reason, the FoodKind initially as a freeze-drying R&D startup built a pilot project with 22 local farmers to complete research on freeze-drying 52 types of ugly foods. Simply by applying a zero-waste company policy, we established a new circular approach to sustainable food production. And the outcome was remarkable. By the end of the year, we saved 36 tons of food simply by turning ugly foods into healthy freeze-dried snacks and powder. During this period of time, we gained an intensive know-how on freeze-dried products while completing R&D on foods, including mineral and vitamin analysis. Out of this, we created our product line SnackKind to satisfy the highest possible intake requirements of a human body while preventing waste of highly valued foods. Our products have high market value due to their elevated level of nutrition and over 30 years of shelf life. While offering accessible and affordable healthy snacks from local farms, we have a chance to explore new market possibilities for ugly foods such as pharmaceutical powder and meal replacement products. Our solution is hard to learn but easily scalable. We fix discounted prices with local farmers on their ugly food and connect them to our database to send them reminders during their harvesting. They tell us the amount of their ugly foods. We arrange a pickup time for their unwanted but perfectly nutritious foods, then transform them into healthy snacks and nutrition powder as consumer-valued products. Our approach to food product development is based on social outcomes and environmental returns, which is more profitable due to lower costs we have and more impactful due to prevention of waste generation. We have a sustainable business model which is easily scalable. Due to our supply chain modeling, we are able to enter the market with lower cost and higher profit margins. Our distribution strategy focuses on wide coverage to always be at hand for spontaneous purchases, such as convenience store, coffee shops, mass and niche retail chains. We will offer monthly free of package subscription of variety of snacks and powders made by seasonal ugly foods given the shelf life of our products. In order to build brand awareness and trust, we are planning to engage in initiatives and provide content promoting responsible consumption habits by partnering with dietitians, food banks, and farmers associations. According to our estimates, we are looking at around 18% net profit margin. Currently, the freeze-dried product market has annual growth of more than 8%, reaching 15 billion euros by the end of the year 2025. And the reason why Lithuania is a perfect fit to enter the market is because of the high numbers of on-farm edible food waste, yet shorter in distance between farmers and producers, where we can optimize and test our database. And as a team, we believe in circularity and equality of access. Me as a co-founder, I have experience in go-to-market, brand, and sales strategy, while our co-founder Alp has over 2 years experience in offline supply chain management. We also have a team of data scientists and development who are working on product and has relevant experience as well. Our goal is to start a community dedicated to sustainable agri-food waste prevention and healthy nutrition. The community aims to give voice for farmers, producers, and end users by providing data, research, and means of saving foods. The Innovation Prize wouldn't only benefit us financially, but would also give us reputational advantages for our team to be able to gain trust of our community of local farmers, food banks, and NGOs. The prize would allow us to implement our sales, distribution, and communication strategy, and by applying our circular food economy approach to Baltic countries, start saving foods right away. Thank you for your time.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the FoodKind. They prevent edible waste of unappealing food by circular economic approach. We have Gayla joining us live for the Q&A, and we also have Alp. Or is it
Hello.
Alp only this time? Hi, Alp.
Yeah, it's me only.
All right,
Hello.
Alp, do you feel you're ready for the Q&A session? It's good you haven't chosen a busy cafe for a change.
No, I'm ready.
Are you
the
ready?
Electricity has gone away though, so I'm connected from my personal hotspot on the phone, so I hope it will work for the connection.
Well, let us not spend any more time chatting. Over to you and the jury. Enjoy.
Thank you. Hello,
Hi,
guys.
Alpha. Kick off. Hi, how are you? So talking about the electricity, same story here. 5 times electricity went up and down. So yeah, it's crazy day, I think, in the Baltics.
Yeah, right.
It was great presentations. Thanks for that. Could you elaborate a little bit more about the production line and the manufacturing of your products? Because everything
Yes,
else
of course.
is clear, but what about the scalability, whether you're going to outsource the production or, so just, a few sentences more about it.
Yeah. So my old company, my first startup was actually built on freeze-dry machinery production. So actually I have knowledge on how to build freeze-dry machinery as well. And in the end of the day, we have done 52 product research on those, and we have an intense know-how. And we work with our outsourcing firms. We don't only work with freeze dries, we also work with different jam makers, paste makers to connect food banks with them, so we can actually help farmers to donate food as well. And like the production we outsource, in Turkey, we have one outsourcing firm where we have a capacity up to 150,000 packages a month, if we can actually have that type of waste. Then we have 2 outsourcers, one in Poland, one in Lithuania, that we might actually use once our database is actually set up. And due to the production, like the edible foods, ugly foods we buy, it's actually 20 to 30% discounted prices we get our production for. And we also help food, like the food banks or the logistic helps on that level.
Do you have you already sold any of your products, or?
As I said, so yes, we have sold in the pilot markets in Turkey. We have sold up to 25,000 packages, and there actually that's how we got to choose our mixed packages. So we didn't want to do single out packaging, and we didn't want to put out like 10 grams per package because that doesn't make any sense due to the high costs of producers and logistics. So since we found a way to lower those costs, now we're doing mixed packages where you can put really nutritious food that are going to waste, like strawberries, berries, because especially berries, like they have a lifespan of like 2 to 3 days once you have the product. So like we're trying to focus on products that we can actually save and we can actually have outcome of high nutritious. So we want to actually create like this approach to product when it comes to the industry. I can't hear you, sir.
What exactly is?
Sorry. You have nicely recognized source of raw materials in your product, and there are many companies, however, using the ugly veggies in Europe. How do you take into account in branding the actual story that you are adding more value to farmers and you are using waste material?
Very perfect question, because that's actually where our company is going. So I indulge everyone who's watching this to actually research edible food waste in Europe. And like the numbers that you're going to see are going to be approximations, not correct numbers, because literally the European Union as well states that every data that they have on edible food waste is done during a project time, 1 or 2 years. So our biggest offer to like especially governments, food banks, and farmers is that we will keep a data. We're creating an algorithm, our database. We will create a data on exact edible food waste and exact waste that occurs, like it's not called waste loss, food loss during the transportation of logistics. So we can actually target those with data and researchers, and we can help those out. And like with the farmers, the biggest problem with farmers is like, because I've worked with many of them so far in the last 2 years, it's that they don't actually have, like they have to wait for their payments, have to use their, for example, waste on the landfills, which actually doesn't return any income to them, where they actually have edible products where we can use them and scale it up really quick and give them price. Instead of 3 months of a wait period, we can give them money back like in about 1 month due to our deals with the producers. So that's what we can actually offer to farmers and like the produce, all the players inside. Like we are keeping the data. The most important thing is data with us, and we have an extensive know-how on freeze drying products. We work with pharmaceutical companies to powder as well for pharmaceutical usage. Which, so I would only say those. Especially like in EU, we don't actually have that many companies that does with ugly food. They do subscriptions on lunch subscriptions. They send you like packages and etc. like that. But our production, the most important case is this. Once you freeze dry a product, it becomes have a shelf life of 30 years. So you can resource that for a long period of time. You don't have to get rid of that product right away. So if you cannot sell, you go to the farmer and say, I'm sorry, we couldn't sell. So this is the amount of commission that you're going to receive. We will pay 100% to the farmers because we will sell those products at some point because we don't have shelf life.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, thank you guys. Dan, I guess you don't have questions. Have a nice day.
Congratulations on your Q&A session.
Thank
Hyper dynamic, and good luck with the project. All the best.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, time for our third competitor, Encelam, eco-friendly packaging for sustainable food and beverage manufacturers.
I'm Agle, the representative of our team, and the most important is our idea. Our startup is called Encelam. We could describe it as cross-industry nanocellulose and bio-nanoplastic manufacturer. Seems complex, and it is, because we're solving the problems related to agriculture. Sustainability is the most serious problem. Did you know that each year 900 billion tons of CO2 are released to atmosphere because of the plastics, and it leads to global warming that has huge effects on agriculture, such as droughts, loss of underground water, strong storms, increase of insect plagues. And that's why each year is harder and harder to grow crops and keep stable harvests. Our solution, or how we are going to solve the problem, is manufacturing nanocrystalline cellulose from organic waste, especially pine cones. So our product will be 100% biodegradable, and the production cost will be low, if not for free, since we will use waste. Why did we choose nanocrystalline cellulose? Well, we chose this nanomaterial because of its exceptional physical and biological properties, such as abundant availability, low cost, sustainability, biodegradability, and the most important, high elasticity and no toxicity. Our business model consists of two main stages. The first stage, manufacturing of nanocrystalline cellulose, and second stage, sales to large-scale industrial plastic consumers, with a focus at the beginning on the packaging industry. We will sell our product for 12 euros per kilogram, which is 4 times less than current price. But what about our market? Our market is valued by 500 billion euros worldwide, with a consumption rate of 360 tons of plastic per year, 360 million tons. But our target market at the beginning is the packaging industry in Spain, which is valued at 2.8 billion euros, with a consumption capacity of 2 billion tons of plastic packaging per year. Let's have a look to our customers. As an example, we will take beverage manufacturers. The most important key factors is gas barrier properties and oxygen carbon dioxide transmission rate, which we can evaluate in a constant with per exact period of time. So PET combined with recyclable PET mixed with our product, nanocrystalline cellulose, can achieve twice as less oxygen and carbon dioxide molecules number in a manufactured bottles. That makes us a better quality option to protect food and beverage against gases. What about our competitors? We have some indirect competitors which use plastics and some direct competitors that produce bioplastics. Bioplastics are made from nanocellulose and nanocellulose manufacturers. But we have competitive advantages, such as economies of scale. We can become the first European manufacturer of nanocellulose and the largest worldwide, with the minimum production capacity of 3 million tons per year, 10 times more than the current leader. Also, the partnership with ACEPI, which means that the pine producers in Spain will let us use their whole waste of pine cones for free, all year round. And the location. Pine producers are in Castilla and León region in Spain, and we're planning to build our first manufacturing plant there to be close to them. Financials. Our product will cost 12 euros per kilogram with the cost of production of only 4.5 euros per kilogram, which means that our profit will be 7.5 euros per kilogram. With a minimum production capacity of 3 million tons per year, that means that we will have over 22.5 billion euros of profit per year. As each startup, we have our milestones as well. We are a newborn, since our idea was born only in February, but we had a great opportunity to be involved in L'Oreal Brandstorm 2020 Baltic Final, competing in the Startup Pre-Accelerator EIT Jumpstarter within manufacturing category, and we are under partnership negotiation with ACEPI, Spanish Association of Pine Nuts. And what about our team? Our team consists of 5 members who are experienced in chemistry, microbiology, analytics, manufacturing, and business field. All of us are different, but at the same time similar, united with our common goal to solve agricultural problems produced by plastic pollution and change the planet. The impact of the innovation prize would be getting credibility to find potential partners and customers, and to establish legal entity, and the most important, to gain more experience. That's why we are in here, in Encelam, for less polluted, more polite to everyone, and safer planet.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Encelam. We have Lucia joining us live now. Hello, Lucia. Can you hear me? Let's see if I'm not too optimistic there. Hello there. Oh, the image is frozen, but let's see if it improves. A few more seconds. If not, we'll try to reconnect, ladies and gentlemen, but as you can see, internet connection can be a bit of a challenge. Let me confirm with the studio if we can perhaps try and skip the Q&A with Encelam for a while, unless we can connect. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will proceed to our 4th contestant and go back to the Q&A if possible with Encelam. Meanwhile, our 4th contestant is Lithampa HQ, developing cannabidiol hydroxyquinone for food supplements. We have Rokas presenting for you.
I'm one of co-founders of company Lithampa, and I will explain why I reward winning today's competition. Simply said, our company is developing and selling hemp products in Lithuania. But what is hemp, you might ask? Basically, it's a legal version of marijuana, which does not have intoxicating molecule THC inside. Instead, it is rich with CBD molecule. But what is CBD exactly? It has been discovered 80 years ago by scientists who are trying to find out why is marijuana making people high. They did not find that out at that time. Instead, they discovered CBD, which turned out to be one of the most effective elements of hemp flowers. Nowadays, people use CBD to fight sleep, stress, pain problems, also to fight autoimmune conditions such as epilepsy or multiple sclerosis. Even though in Europe it's still not so popular, in USA, 7% of population already use it on a regular basis, making it $5 billion market. It's still growing 22% per year. You can find CBD in all sorts of forms already, from pharma-grade drugs called Epidiolex, which are for epilepsy, to food supplements, to cosmetics, to beer, gummies, you name it. But how did we get involved into this market ourselves? The man on the left you see, his name is Rokas Šliupas. He is a famous medic who established Lithuanian Red Cross unit in 1919. The man on the right, it's our co-founder, also Rokas Šliupas. He is a great-grandson of the man on the left, and he always dreamed to somehow continue a mission of his ancestor. It did not happen until 2 years ago, when he first bought CBD products for his mother-in-law, who was suffering from negative effects of chemotherapy as she was having cancer. CBD was helpful. However, Rokas was not happy at all with the costs of CBD, which reached up to 100 euros per month. Meanwhile, Rokas found out that Lithuania is actually one of the leaders in hemp cultivation in Europe and the world. However, almost no one took advantage of CBD element. He invited me and we established company Lithampa, which is focusing on hemp processing and CBD extraction. We have already been published in some international and local media. However, CBD itself is not an innovation anymore. CBD-HQ is. It's an oxidated form of CBD, which is 5 times easier absorbed by the human body, making it much more effective. It has been discovered recently by a Jewish scientist called Raphael Mekoulam. However, there is a little problem. Even though an apple takes half an hour to oxidate, CBD takes 15 years, making it very expensive. The good news is that some scientists managed to optimize this process to 3 weeks already, and we spoke to some scientists in Lithuania. They think that we could optimize this process to even 1 day. For that, we cooperate with Lithuanian Agro and Forestry Sciences Center, and particularly with Dr. Pranas Viškelis, who is an expert in this area. He thinks that we could finalize this technology by the end of 2021. Me and Rokas think that we could very successfully commercialize this idea by the end of 2026, making at least 5 million euros annual sales. We would sell CBD-HQ ingredient mostly to B2B customers who already produce CBD products. Those are mainly pharma, food supplement producers, also cosmetic producers. For the first step, we would target Western European market, which is the fastest growing one in CBD. For the second step, we would go for USA market, which is still the largest CBD market in the world. We have already invested 150k euros of our own money to develop CBD products and the CBD manufacturing lines. We have also secured almost 500,000 euros of European Union grants to develop and build CBD manufacturing lines. Meanwhile, we would use the innovation prize to hire Mr. Pranas Viškelis to help us develop CBD-HQ technology. So why not? That's it from my side. We are looking forward for questions. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Lithampa HQ. We have Rokas joining us live now, hopefully without interruptions. Hello there.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. Normally I would ask you a question like, why is your focus on this particular chemical compound? Or how did you start? But given the statistic you gave us, the 7% among Americans, I'm not sure it's safe to ask this question. Rokas, are you ready for the jury questions?
Yeah.
Enjoy.
I'm waiting.
Over to you and the...
Thank you for the presentation. There has been a huge hype what comes to cannabis products recently. Do you believe it will stay?
Yeah, particularly yes, I do. It helped for my mother-in-law, and I think everyone should use it on a regular basis. But we need to open the market with proper legislation, and especially in Europe, where demand is open just in few countries. So we hope it will stay, and we innovate in this industry.
What is the status of regulation? What is the assumption? When will it be open for these products?
I can hear you. It is illegal to sell products with THC, but CBD is you can sell in many countries, from USA and in Netherlands, UK, and other countries. So basically, our focus in CBD or THC-free CBD products. So it's legit, like you say.
I have
I
one
like the
question.
remark of Paulina, please. I will mute myself.
Oh, okay. So is there some relevant scientific information that oxidized CBD is really better than regular CBD?
Yeah. Yes, thank you, Paulina, for question. There is scientific articles that it fights 5 times better with cancer, and it's tested on mice. So there is scientific proof for that it helps, and it is better version of CBD.
And is
But
there
it's
some
as we mentioned. Yes,
like other
you can find an article. There is one laboratory in Netherlands who is producing or who developed the technology. So we have competitor, but we believe we could improve the process, and we have better prices. As Lithuania is number 2 in Europe by harvesting hemp, so we have plenty of material. Just we need to process and then develop products.
Okay, thank you.
I liked Roka's remark that everyone has to use hemp on a daily basis. So it's nice, sales point of view. But if to be serious, so could you explain a little bit more where you are right now with that technology development and what you're lacking? Because in the presentation, I've heard that there were some talks with the scientists, but they are in the team, how you're going to protect the technology if you'll succeed by building it. I mean, a little bit about the practical side, if you can. Thanks.
We have a concept built by ourselves, but we need more experience of develop larger scale technology. So Pranas is the one who is capable to do. So we protect our IP, and we will have it on our side. But we are in the process of developing technology, how to scale this and to produce this product. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Rokas, and good luck with the project. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will proceed now to pro-analytical, innovative and sustainable technologies to turn agricultural waste into valuable product.
Hi, today I will present our project, which we named Innovative and Sustainable Technologies for Future InnoFood. Sound scientific? Okay, let me introduce what Future InnoFood is and how it is done. First of all, I would like to familiarize with our team. We are creative professionals team, Vaida and Paulius, applying scientific knowledge for natural product isolation, development and analysis. So, InnoFood is a food that has a very high nutritional density. This means that it provides substantial amount of nutrients and very few calories. InnoFood, which we present, would be prepared using innovative technologies containing nutritional properties. It would be natural in nature and organic. The product which we are creating could be consumed by many customers groups. Over the years, researchers has shown that healthy dietary patterns with a reduced sugar amount can reduce risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes, and certain cancers. It also could be vegans. Kids could enjoy not even tasty but healthy snack as well. In this slide, I will explain shortly how the InnoFood would be prepared. The idea is to use innovative valorization strategies of various byproducts such as berries, pomace, in order to isolate extract and to create a new product which we called jelly active berry. Why the berries pomace was chosen? It is, in general, the reduction of food waste is a vital 21st century global challenge. Berries extract are produced worldwide, and mostly the extract are isolated directly from berries rather than from berry pomace, and pomace usually is a waste. Berries are an expensive raw material, however, pomace is cheap and rich in valuable phytochemicals as polyphenols, which possess strong antioxidant activity. Also, it is a source of vitamins, minerals, and many others. By using berries only to squeeze the juice, we would lose most of natural valuable substances. Applying innovative valorization methodology, we are able to isolate valuable bioactive compounds fractions. Combinations of supercritical fluid extraction, pressurized liquid extraction, and enzyme-assisted extraction would be applied to isolate these substances. For instance, C. buxton pomace yields a valuable orange extract rich in carotenoids. Extract with a high content of ellagic acid and its derivatives can be isolated from raspberry pomace. Despite innovative technologies, we still face with some challenges. Seasonality, sophisticated and complex technologies. Due to the influence of seasonality of feedstock, production should be planned and raw material dried in advance, and storage for further production. Due to sophisticated technology needs additional process optimization by changing raw material, using various combinations of bioactive components. Extraction techniques are possible to isolate a wider range of product, but complex technology requires a large investment. Expected market challenges are as competition, consumer opinion, and behavior, as well as the production cost of the product to be produced. There are many companies that develop and manufacture similar products in the global market, but to the best of our knowledge, there are no similar products in the market. And finally, the vision of product called, which we call the jelly active berry, increase this health potential, promotes better mood, and enhance healthy food assortment. Okay, thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Pro-Analytical. We have Paulius joining us live now. Paulius?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Could you please both introduce yourselves then?
I'm Paulus, and my colleague Vaida.
Hi. And we work together.
Wonderful to have you. Wonderful to have you. Are you ready for the Q&A session? That's the big question. Just make sure you enjoy it. Over to you and the jury.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, Paulus and Vaida. Thanks for the presentation. As always, one practical question. Can you elaborate a little bit more where you are at the moment with the project or company which you are presenting, and what the upcoming challenges are waiting in the future for you?
Well, it is. We are still in prototype stage. We are, of course, in the future facing with many additional steps, like additional concentrations, adjustments, and various technological challenges. Yeah, it's. We are working on this, and we are trying still to test some very important properties of our new project, of our new product. So it's prototype stage.
How innovation grant would help you to develop your proof of concept, as I guess?
Sorry, once again.
How, like, innovation grant, hypothetically, if you would get it, what is the step-by-step? What would you do? Like, how would it help you to develop your idea?
It's difficult questions, actually. This technology itself, it's quite sophisticated and complex. It needs very innovative technologies, actually, and knowledge as well. So in general, let's say it's innovation as itself, as product. I would say it's maybe I'm not. I didn't correctly understand your question, but it's
the money. If you would get the money from here,
okay,
it would help you to develop the product. And what would be the steps?
Yes, of course. This technology requires a lot of investments. So it's, of course, would be first of all just to inspire us. It is as a like a kick from our
like a motivational kick. Okay.
Yes. It's motivation.
How do you see the future of the company? In the future, are you selling ingredients for food manufacturers, or are you selling consumer products?
We would like to sell consumer finished product, since there are many companies which are producing this kind of product, like ingredients, many kinds of ingredients from natural plant, or it doesn't matter, natural origin, I mean. So we would like to work in ready product stage, I mean, in this field.
Okay, do you already have the consumer product format concept that you will use in the future? And you have validated that with consumers?
We didn't. It's our new task for the future. Now we are trying to work with the taste and with the concentration of active ingredients. So it's still, there are many challenges in this field. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
That's it.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for your participation. Well, it's not just money, I suppose. It's also the prestige of the title itself and multiple support opportunities that you get through the title and through winning the finale. Ladies and gentlemen, let us proceed to our next contestant, PackinGreen, biodegradable and compostable paper pulp packaging for food industry.
Hello everyone, my name is Zita, and I really hope that you are not hungry, because the food was here, was so delicious, and it's gone, so only the packaging remain. And yes, from the first sight, the packaging looks really colorful and nice, but actually statistics is quite cruel, because 2017 European Union data indicates that each of us generated 172.6 kilograms of packaging waste. And food waste actually plays a significant role in this basket. Again, everything looks brilliant, but actually it's not. Recyclability levels are rising indeed, but still we have huge amounts of waste, packaging waste, somewhere ending in the landfills or are incinerated. So in order to avoid this brilliant scenario, we have to think about other more sustainable solutions. And here on my table, I already have the first prototype material of paper pulp with yeast and apple vinegar cider inside, which according to our hypothesis should increase biodegradability of paper pulp. So having this kind of packaging in our market, it means transformation from linear economy to circular economy, where all the nutrients will go back to the soil. So basically the first target of our project is to develop material which will be certified by European Union certifications. The second purpose is to commercialize, because having only idea, it's just the first step. And in this case, we already indicated our future product line. Also, we have indicated our customers, and all the business model is based on B2B sales, as well as we indicated our cost structure and revenue streams. And especially in this stage, prototype development stage, for us is really important to have primary capital, because we need it in order to start applications of European Union and other funds. The first target of this project is to implement a very nice and with the purpose of educating society project called Green Circle City Bubble. And this circle bubble can become any green area with a variety of public activities, cinema, theater, street food, and so on, where all the consumers can experience in reality the circle economy waste management model, and as a gift bring back to their homes the small part of compost composted in that area. And last but not least is our project team. So personally, I came here from marketing and sales with more than 10 years experience. And recently I've joined Kaunas University Technology team as a junior researcher, and also I'm planning my PhD. And actually, before I started to talk loud about this project, I double-checked this idea with Professor Visvaldas Varžinskas, and he is the head of Center of Package Innovation and Research. So we feel quite confident about the future of this project. Summarizing, I would like to say that yes, we have an idea, we have a strategy, we have knowledge. Yes, we need additional financial support for going further. And we have no doubt that one day we're gonna invite you to meet us somewhere in Green Circle City Bubble for a cup of coffee. And if you are not late, maybe have a cake and pizza. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was PackinGreen. We have Zita joining us live now. Hello, Zita.
Hi, hello everyone.
Hello, a perfect connection for a change. Great. Zita, how ready can you be for the Q&A session? Not an easy thing. I hear there are some power cuts today in Lithuania. You're experiencing power supply difficulties. Is that the case countrywide or regional, or what appears to be the problem?
It might be because of the storm we experienced tonight, but I'm quite safe with my laptop. It's full of energy, so yeah.
Well, it's been a stormy season in just about every sense of the word, has it not, Zita?
Yes, exactly, yes.
Well, how many questions do you think you will get today?
At least 3 from well,
at least 3.
One question from the, yes, at least.
At least 3.
I
Good
could
luck.
even imagine
Enjoy.
more, yeah. Thank you so much.
Hi Zita, thanks for the presentation, really smooth and interesting to hear. You mentioned a couple of times that you're seeking for the primary capital. So I'd like to hear more about the source of use of the money and the amount of money and how you're going to, work on with them. As well as I heard that you've defined the strategy of the stages, what you need to do to achieve the success. And the first one is that you need to do the prototype. So what, despite the PowerPoint presentation, you've actually achieved and done so far, and to what exactly activities you need the funds or the capital to go further? Thanks.
Yes, so actually what we have already done, we have, well, I would say homemade prototype materials, because before we started this project, we indicated the problem, of course, and we indicated what in paper pulp actually, what stops paper pulp biodegradability. And one of the aspects was the glue inside of paper pulp. So it means that we indicated hypothesis, what could replace glue and what ingredients could increase biodegradability of paper pulp. So we have 5 materials on our list to be actually tested in scientific laboratories, because the first test which we made already to see how material reacts to the ingredients was actually successful. As I mentioned, yes, we are basically on idea and homemade prototype stage, and we need that primary capital because the research, the prototype material research, we need to bring it to professional laboratories, and that cost. And actually, the first stage of our expenses would be starting from 35 up to 80,000 euros, and it depends on how successful we are testing our first hypothesis.
Would you please explain what is the role of Green City Circle bubble and how does it fit to your plans?
In my opinion, sometimes with very great projects, with very nice ideas, we are failing because we are not offering, how to say, complex solution, combined solutions, because actually in waste management and in consumer society, everyone is playing a role, and actually the end consumer's part is really huge. And based on the research, consumers are becoming ready to pay a bit more, but they need to understand what they are paying for. The bigger cost. And the Green Circle City Bubble would be the final stage to educate society that yes, not only producers are thinking about the solutions, but you and I as a consumer also have to take a part in waste management, all the process, and actually bringing the awareness of compostable packaging need and advantages. I think that it's one of the success of this project. Talking about long-term progress.
And you believe that consumers are interested to explore more about waste management and those things?
I think yes, because sometimes we just need very clear and how to say, we need to experience how it works, because not only telling that yes, you have to, for example, recycle, you have to separate paper from plastics, without experiencing it, it not necessarily works.
Okay, thank you.
And in this case, actually, we're going to provide the idea, some kind, like in a play, because yes, you come for entertainment, and at the same time, you can impact waste management participating in Green Circle City Bubble.
Thank you for your presentation. It was really interesting to see. You mentioned you are working with the university, yes?
Yes, Kaunas University of Technology.
Have you have some intellectual properties assignments or contracts, or everything is for the company?
Actually, as I joined university's team, and we are developing this together, so of course, all the intellectual property we will be sharing.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Zeta. Thank you to the jury. A very interesting Q&A session, Zeta. Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Best of luck. Ladies and gentlemen, our next contestant, #Walk15, mobile application for healthy lifestyle and the right food selection.
Hello, I am Walk15 founder Vlada Musvidaite and I walk. Do you know what CO2 emission is going by car 1 kilometer? We did not know it either till we started to talk to Ministry of Environment in Lithuania. During this pitch, I will try to grow 1 tree. Let's explain to everything. We created the mobile app 10 months ago. The name for it is Walk15 because we aim that everybody will grow 15 trees every day by walking. The app is calculating your steps and converting them to the virtual trees. Going by car 1 kilometers, on average your CO2 emission is 180 grams or 100 liters in volume. This CO2 quantity can be absorbed by 5 trees during 24 hours. Walk15 offers to walk this 1 kilometer instead of using a car, and this way to grow 5 virtual trees. Do you imagine how 100 liters of CO2 emission looks like? Look at this bath. And this is only 1 kilometer by car. The problem is that people do not understand the climate change. The other problem is that people do not understand that by eating, they can reduce climate change. Solution is to increase people understanding about climate change in a very easy way, by growing virtual trees and by eating low CO2 footprint food. We can achieve the solution with our Walk15 app. I already walked 200 meters and I grow 1 virtual tree, and now it is critical moment. I choosing my food. If I choose a steak, will kill 10 trees, but if I choose the salad, I will save my trees. We, with my Walk15 team, are aiming to increase the understanding about climate change by walking.
Hello, I'm in charge of sales in Walk15. I'd like to tell you that just in 10 months, we happen to appear as #1 in App Store and in Google Play. And in just 10 months, we have reached 70,000 users in our app. We operate in Lithuania, we expand to Baltics, and our goal is Scandinavia, Poland, and Western Europe. Our business model is quite simple. We sell tracks. We also sell step challenges, and we sell step discounts. We work in B2C and B2B markets. So if you are a person, you can buy tracks from us. If you are a company, you also can buy track from us or step challenges. Our consumers are very conscious. They care about their health and they care about environment. So they take the telephone, go open an app and take a walk. As walking is a very affordable way of spending your time, it's very easy. Take your mobile phone, open an app, count your steps, participate in step challenges, or use a steps discount at your supermarket buying low footprint carbon dioxide food. Speaking about the competitors, yes, for sure there are some, but taking all our functionality, we are unique. We can mention, of course, Endomondo or Limpo, but they operate in a little bit different way. As I have mentioned, we are a very young company. We are just 10 years old, but we have already managed to attract the external investors.
We want to win the innovation prize because we want to continue the development of our app. Our vision is that our user will not only grow virtual trees, but also real trees.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Walk 15, from virtual trees to real trees, buying tracks and challenges. We have Vlada and Gediminas joining us live now. Hi.
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 Hello.
Yeah, that's a big smile.
Yes.
Looks like you're more than ready for the Q&A session.
Sure.
Yes, because we go to the work, we are growing virtual tree, we have a lot of users, and it's electric now. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
10 months only, and so much success. Good luck and enjoy the Q&A session.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi again. Really interesting presentation, environmental friendly, nice model. Love that. A couple of questions from my side. The first one is talking about the scale-up strategy and going to other regions. I would like to have a couple of remarks from your side, how you're going to move to the areas with different cultures and mentality perspective. So this is one thing. Another one is how you're going to keep the loyalty of your customers and users at the moment, because in most of the cases, statistically speaking, when users start the new app, at the beginning they feel hype, then after doing the same stuff in the app after a week or two, they get bored and they search for something new. So how you're going to keep those users which you already achieved, those 70,000, and get getting more and more? Thanks.
Yeah, thank you for a really good question. Actually, we are noticing that our users are very loyal because we do not experience any drop-offs, basically. It means that people using our app in daily activities, and it's, as we mentioned, it's very affordable way of spending your time. It's just walking. It's a universal religion almost, and you can take your cell phone, open an app, and walk every day. It's very simple.
Yes, and when we talk about how we should go to maybe Latvia and Estonia, we want to talk with the people who don't care about not the steps, but care about our climate, because we put in our, when you look, this is our app, Walk 15, and upstairs you can see our virtual tree. People should every time think about CO2, but when we ask our audience what is the CO2, why we should to keep our climate, people do not understand that. And we with this functionality started, I think, just 2 months before, and people said, why you think only about virtual tree? Why you don't think about really tree? And actually, we with B2B models now growing actually not virtual tree, but a real tree with Auga company, with another company, and it's nice model. And what we need from this 8 food, we need to complete everything that people should to get the message that to think eat steak or eat salad, and maybe our model it's nice because it's just a walking app, but it's not just walking app. We tree, we have challenge, and why we have a lot of users, because company buy for us private challenge. It's a company, big company for 4,000 people, and then we go to Latvia, Estonia, Poland, German. I think we can growing and together with this, yeah.
Very nice, playful education. You don't hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. You have a very nice, playful, educational app there, but please explain, how do you make your money?
Gediminas.
Yeah, our business model is based, as we mentioned, on selling on step discounts and step challenges. For example, if you are a company producing some food, you can buy from us a challenge and make it public or make it private for your own employees. And we are receiving the money from you and sharing in the application. So everybody can participate in it, or only your company employees can participate in it. So it's really quite simple.
Yes, and we now work with supermarket, yeah, IKEA, and it's nice thing. We want to make steps discount in our app. People go in maybe in IKEA challenge. Then people can buy in IKEA, and they choose the CO2 footprint food, not maybe steak, but salad, because they see in notification this, and we create that rack, and our company buy that rack. This municipality public centers buy that rack, because not because people don't have and company don't have this marketplace for track, because it's very easy to find a very nice rack, maybe in Alytus, and go that rack now and later eat something delicious food from local. And we have 7 people in full time. Now we are from new office, and we work with big company, with Auga, with IKEA, with Gintarinė vaistinė, and it's it is a very easy way, because company should to think about climate, and we complex put something in our work, and people. It's very simple. You can just look at everyday steps. You can participate, and you can find a lot of track. And our team very nice, because I know that Agne and Justina now see everything from because girl now talk about us about track with Mollet city. Our program sleeping, because they every day work and sponsor just call us and say we want to make something. now our work in Lithuania, Latvian, Estonian, in English language, and this year we
Vlada?
go to, yeah.
Vlada, can you hear me?
Yes.
Vlada, do you have a nickname in Lithuania? Because I bet it would be Vlada the Unstoppable.
What?
Right, we've run out of time.
Yes. Sorry, I was a runner and I run.
Yes. 4 minutes ago, Vlada. Thank you very much. That was Vlada and Gediminas, Walk 15. Good luck.
Thank you.
Wow, magical powers, ladies and gentlemen. It seems that even my microphone stopped working for some time. I couldn't stop these presenters. Encelam now. We'll try to connect to Encelam, where we had previously some difficulties connecting. Let's see if it's possible now. Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Lucia.
How are you?
I can hear you and see you both. I'm great. Yourself?
Yeah, finally.
Finally. Was it because of the power outage or was there some other problem with connecting?
It went down, the electricity at home.
Oh, electricity. Yeah, we all need to rely on batteries from time to time, I guess. All right. Are you ready for the Q&A?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Enjoy and please make sure.
The question.
Hi, guys. Was interesting presentation and one question. Well, I really like the definition of the problem, the possible reach of the market, and the strategy which was in the PowerPoint presentation. And as if to believe, that looks perfect. Now, please clarify a little bit more what you have done out of the scope of the presentation in the real life and where you're standing at the moment. Thanks.
As of today, we didn't develop a prototype still, but we can assume that it's a viable project because there are already nanocellulose manufacturers, even nanocrystalline cellulose, but they aren't in Europe. We would be the first one. For example, we have in Canada the largest producer of nanocrystalline cellulose, the product we want to make, and they have a production capacity of 300 tons per year. Assuming that minimum we can have a production capacity of 3,000 tons, we can achieve less cost and we can develop economies of scales better than this one in order to take the leadership in the field. Why? Because, and in here is the answer for your question, we are in talks to the region of Castilla y León in Spain, which is the largest producer of pine nuts, of pine cone waste, actually, of pine cone waste like this one, the 80% of production per year, and in a bad year they have around 8 million kilograms of pine cone waste, and in a good year 24 kilograms of pine cone waste. We talked to the mayor of the city council and with the president of the association of pine nut producers, and they are really interested in the project and to make a partnership, because as of today they are selling the pine cone waste for 10 cents per kilogram, and for sure they can achieve more profit with us.
Do we have any more questions?
How brand would help you to develop your prototype?
The price. Yeah, we are going to use the money to establish the legal entity, first of all, in order we can operate with that. For example, we could rent a lab, or we can start to make more agreements. That will be the impact.
Okay.
I really like your ambition level, and the potential impact is huge with your solution. But please explain, how do you convince us that you are able to make it happen, really?
We are really motivated and very passionate in this idea and this project. And we really hope that what we are making and what we're gonna make will be true and actually it will work. So actually it's our motivation.
Also, we have estimations and calculations with the product for the manufacturing process.
Since we are in the stage of just an idea for now.
but you already have some kind of proof of technology that you are able to actually develop it.
Yeah, in the literature, yeah, we are reading a lot on there.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sounds like these are all the questions for you. Thank you very much, and we're happy you finally
Thank
been
you.
connecting. Good luck with your project
Hopefully.
and with the final today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we needed to, because of the power outage, it appears we needed to shuffle our list a little. So we will go back to the last contestant now. That would be MicroRai Growing Systems, providing green aesthetics with farming experience. Justinas.
Hi, my name is Justinas, and I'm here to talk about MicroRai Growing Systems. Food miles is an enormous problem, and we aim to tackle it through hydroponics in office spaces. We develop a bespoke solution to any office through modular system design and tailor the crop yield to individual requirements, while still providing a full plant growing experience to the user. The added benefits of our solution is resource conservation, waste reduction, and premium quality of produce. Our primary target market are small to medium enterprises that value technology and modern aesthetics. In Lithuania alone, there are 15,000 small companies that fall under that umbrella, and we envision that at least 1% of those will want our products because of a smart workplace investment. We will access that market segment through target personas, young companies with high employee engagement and perk provision, and new offices and or co-working spaces that cater for a young and sustainability-minded crowd. There is also an extended market as our growth potential that includes homes, education, DIY crowd, and community gardens. To date, we received a 30,000 euro R&D grant from Lithuanian government. We've deployed 4 pilot units and are currently working toward another R&D grant to facilitate our full technology-enabled product. By the end of this year, we aim to have our first commercial customer, and next year we will seek for a seed fund. So traction to date, we've got 4 units deployed, some monthly recurring revenue, 240 euros cost of production per unit, and we burn through 2,500 euro a month. We've developed our device, we've done our market research, and we currently are testing our product, app, and engaging with academic and industrial collaborators while optimizing plant species to grow best in our system. We aim to deploy our fully tech-enabled digitized solution by the end of this year. Our unit is modular, allowing efficient use of space, stacking to sides and to height. The unit itself can be a standalone one or a multi-unit system, and different plants can be grown in this system. The remote monitoring development comprises an app that allows full control, monitoring, and analysis of the growing process to the user. Our product roadmap is comprised of 3 phases. The first one is the current one, that caters for B2B, yet requires some hands-on service, while the tech-enabled one, the one we're moving towards, will be requiring much less hands-on testing and service. The third phase, later on down the track, caters for home and business solution and will definitely enable the customer to experience the farming themselves. EIT Food grant would definitely accelerate our track onto the fully technology-enabled product development and help us move into the B2B segment much faster. Our team is comprised of scientists, myself, and Augmentus, and Simas and Thomas are business development people and marketing. Our advisors have enormous experience in American companies and help us develop concept, electronic part, and the programming part. So all these people combined, I believe, will definitely bring about the required change in the sustainable food chain. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our last contestant, MicroRai Systems. We have Justinas joining us live now. Hello, Justinas.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? How does it feel to be the last one? Would you have preferred to be the first or not necessarily?
No, well, unfortunately, the technical difficulties put whatever they want, wherever they want, to return farming to people's hands and to return the enjoyment of farming to people. That's our real mission.
Very cool.
The mission sounds really good. How do you differentiate yourself from all the other microgreen and lettuce growing appliances?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, our unique selling point is the stackability and the modular nature of the design itself, meaning that you can use all the space you've got and build as many units as you need, and not just a cabinet or a click and grow tabletop thing. Additionally, our yield is much higher than what you can now currently buy at, say, iTunes store, because we not only grow herbs, we grow any plants, really. Well, for example, look, my tomatoes are really fresh right now. So,
what is the basis of optimization of different crops in your system?
what is the basis? We vary lights, we vary nutrient solutions, but basically aim to provide such an environment where you could grow many species in one sort of one unit, meaning it's a polyculture, and that's not something that many of the players can offer.
Okay, thank you.
Well,
do we have any more questions?
Yes, I have one. It's quite difficult to, there are different crops, lettuce, herbs, and they grow differently. How can you manage that?
Right. There are optimal times for, say, illumination, like the photo period. And that's, well, you can find a consensus time for, say, illumination between some herbs, lettuce, and a tomato. It will be a compromise, but it will definitely grow. If you are aiming for a yield-optimized growing system, then sure, the nutrient solution then becomes another key component where you can do optimization, and that's what we're trying to do.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Sounds like these would be all the questions for you, Justinas. Thank you very much.
Perfect.
We're happy you finally managed to join us for the Q&A session, and good luck with your project.
Thank you very much.
Our last contestant, ladies and gentlemen, Justinas and his MicroRai growing systems. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last startup competing in the Lithuanian final. The jury will now have some time to deliberate and decide on the winners, and it's also a perfect moment for us to introduce you to the voting procedure for our Audience Award. The link to the Audience Vote website is now shown on the screen, together with the QR code that you can also use to enter the site. Starting from now, you have 10 minutes to cast your vote. You can vote during the keynote speech, and we'll close the voting poll shortly after. Please go to the link we show on the screen and vote for the startup you would like to award with the audience prize. The startup that receives the biggest number of votes will be awarded with the audience prize of €2,000. Time for our today's keynote speech. Roberta Skupstas, co-founder of Pure Harvest Smart Farms. Pure Harvest Smart Farms is a regional innovator in sustainable agriculture focused on the production of greenhouse fruits and vegetables in the challenging climates of the Arab Gulf region using world-leading Dutch greenhouse growing technologies.
To share with you the story of Pure Harvest and controlled environment agriculture in the Middle East. So the situation in the broader Middle East and North Africa region, but even specifically the Arabian Gulf, is that over 80% of the UAE and regional fresh produce is imported. Much of it is air freighted from faraway places in Europe, Australia, the US. And it is a commonly known statistic that by 2050, the world's population will be approaching 10 billion people. And we'll need over 70% more food than we have today to feed. In addition, you're seeing rapid population growth, but also urbanization. Climate change is making it more difficult to produce in traditional agricultural areas. And also, you're seeing issues around water conservation, food waste, and just overall consumer preferences shifting towards healthier, locally available product year-round. Our team, based out of the UAE, specifically in Abu Dhabi, we have developed a solution, a climate control solution using dehumidification and cooling systems to address these regional and indeed global challenges related to food security and the environment. Using high-tech greenhouses sourced from the Netherlands. We have achieved already results in our pilot project, proving year-round production, even the most extreme climates, very, very hostile high temperature and humidity, using very little water because of hydroponics and our water-efficient cooling systems, and ultimately delivering a lower cost of production closer to end consumers, compressing the supply chain. How have we been able to address this challenge? Well, a lot of it is also enabled to what's called, of course, Internet of Things. Distributed sensors, monitoring variables such as sunlight, temperature, humidity, CO2. We work with a technology partner based out of the Netherlands to deploy this system. And indeed, our commercial pilot 7,000 square meter greenhouse has outperformed expectations. In essence, the drivers behind our technology, it's been a confluence of, I would say, a number of different factors. A lot of it is advances in hardware, automation. Machine learning also has enabled us in many ways, to optimize our system using data to be able to help automate. Also, consumer habits have been shifting. Consumers are demanding specialty products. They want them affordable and available. And also policies, food security initiatives, incentives, and also new business models related to long-term contracts for purchasing fresh produce, and also a lower cost of capital because of the technology being de-risked. If we're talking about the market opportunity where our company is focused on, and we're exclusively focused on what's so-called GCC, the Gulf Cooperation Council countries, which have over a $6 billion market opportunity. And we are specifically growing vine crops, so tomatoes, strawberries, sweet peppers, eggplants, cucumbers, but also moving into leafy greens and also other products as well. What does our company do? So we actually design, we build the greenhouses with our climate management systems. We operate them. We have our team of high-skilled growers that actually are running in these facilities, training the workers, managing the plants and production. And then we have our own marketing team and sales helping bring our product to our consumers. We have a B2B model, so we typically work either direct with grocery retailers or food service distributors. Our ultimate vision is prove this technology in the Middle East, which is one of the most hostile climates of the world, and then we have a technology-enabled, a technology-agnostic greenhouse growing solution, which we can then deploy practically anywhere in the world, but with greatest application near the equator. We have so far, so our story began about 3 years ago. We closed a seed round of around $8 million, which allowed us to deploy a commercial pilot project, 7,000 square meter greenhouse on our farm in Abu Dhabi. That pilot has now been running for nearly 2 years, highly successfully. Our cost of production is 4 times lower than the landed cost of our competing imports. And also, we've managed to achieve world-leading yields and quality. Because of the high amount of sunlight, we have incredibly flavorful tomatoes. As mentioned already, our cost of production is 4 times lower than our competitors, which typically have to import the product. When it comes to specialty tomatoes, such as cherry tomatoes on the vine, candy tomatoes, tomatoes on the vine, and beefsteak tomatoes, heirloom tomatoes, a whole number of products, including also berries like strawberries. These products are air freighted. So you have a lot of inefficiency within the supply chain, transport costs, margin stacking. We take all of that out. Our vision is we have our successful proof of concept. We are in the process of closing our Series A round. We have already secured a lead investor, a major state-owned pension fund out of Kuwait for our Series A. This year we're building 11 hectares of greenhouses, so expanding around 15 times in terms of our footprint, and then moving also ultimately to operate 60 hectares by 2023. We plan to not only operate these ourselves directly, but eventually also operate it for other investors as well. So these are, again, our targets. Quite a busy slide, perhaps, but we have a vision, to get to around 55 to 65 hectares at scale when we plan to exit the company through a strategic acquisition or perhaps going public on the NASDAQ Dubai Stock Exchange. Thank you so much. And this is the story of Pure Harvest Smart Farms. So I would like to wish everyone the best of luck, strength in their entrepreneurial path to building companies. I think it's an extraordinary path to take as an entrepreneur. It's, of course, rife with challenges. However, I think the most important thing to do is have very clear goals, milestones that you've set, and when you expect to achieve them. And planning is quite important. I think it was in the U.S. General Eisenhower that said that plans are nothing, but planning is everything. Or you can either plan, or you fail to plan, or plan to win. So I think that plans are important. I think many people and startups that I've seen oftentimes are, focused on, the day-to-day without, having some kind of a guiding business plan. So that is, I'd say, a very important thing to have, including a great team. Obviously, everyone aligned in terms of motivation, commitment to what they're working on, and mentorship and resources. I think those are always important. Being a part of an ecosystem that can be supportive, because it's very difficult to be alone. You need as much support as possible. So wishing everyone the best.
And EIT is all about the support. Thank you very much, Robertus. Before the jury comes back with the results, we'd like to share with you a short highlights video from the previous editions of the Innovation Prizes competition.
The scale of the problems that we're facing in our food system are huge. So EIT Food has come about to change this.
Events like these show the incredible creativity that people have in the space of the food industry.
The startups play a fundamental role. They take the risk of bringing these new innovations to the market.
Okay, let's do it!
We designed this competition to find new disruptive ideas.
This is one of the best call for startup in the food category.
We have found here plenty of people that really want to change the world.
There's a lot of actors working together to find solution for our project, our startup.
I never seen this beautiness in project for food tech like this one.
You learn from them, you also get some training so that you develop business plans.
This competition is inspiring, but it's also challenging.
EIT Food is experience, inspiration.
Challenging, energizing, and fun.
The future of the food ecosystem
is about connection and evolution.
Best three things of this competition are youth, networking, and enthusiasm.
Atmosphere, mentors, and prize.
Quality of advisors, quality of the education, and quality of the food.
You will connect to other people with other entrepreneurs, and you will learn what's happening in the food ecosystem.
There are so many solutions waiting to be implemented that can actually make a big impact on how we see the food in the future.
We want to listen to young people to see which are the best business opportunity for innovation in the food market.
To help Europe build a food system that's better for people's health, better for the environment, and also more trusted and traceable.
Ladies and gentlemen, 8 presentations, 8 Q&A sessions, very interesting ones. Certainly a glimpse of the future in the food industry. It's time for the audience award vote to come to an end. We're giving you 1 extra minute to do that now in case you haven't voted yet. And please remember, EIT Food is there to support you as an entrepreneur, regardless of the stage of your business or your concept. If you have an idea or looking to raise a Series B investment, EIT Food has support programs available to help you and support you. These can be found at eitfood.eu/entrepreneurship. The first place winner from each of the 17 countries' local finals will be invited to the grand final in autumn, during which global fame and 25,000 euros are at stake, not to mention learning from entrepreneurs from across Europe and having access to top quality training. If you'd like to watch other country finals, feel free to join us. All dates and details can be found at www.eitfood.eu/events/. I believe we have the results of the vote now. It's just that I need to see them as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the audience award during the Lithuanian final is... Ladies and gentlemen, it's Walk 15. Vlada the Unstoppable. Now, but you need to tell me that. Congratulations, Vlada, but you really need to tell me that. Yes, kisses and congrats and all that. Congratulations. The audience loved you. You won a bit of extra time for yourself. Tell me, Vlada, you couldn't hear me because the studio switched off my microphone, or you couldn't hear me because you couldn't hear me?
Yes, I hear you. We are very happy, and it's nice thing because we link send for our sponsor, our partners, and it was a very nice thing because okay, Tatiana from Borjomi, we love you, and we go together to Poland.
Vlada, tell me, because I think it's a bit of a magical skill, really, to make people pay for walking. I mean, normally it takes a lot of motivation to force oneself to walk and to have businesses actually want to pay for the challenges of walking. Is it a hard challenge? Because one of the jury members asked this question about how do you actually get money from what you do?
Actually, this question is every time. But when you install the Walk15 app, then you find your track, and then you find actually a very interesting track with sound, with historical, and you like Walk15. And people, yeah, and our audience like us because we make walking competition. It's free competition for everybody, and we like dogs and cats, and because we give for dogs and cats the medals, and we talk about climate change, and for us, it's,
ladies and gentlemen,
yeah, sorry,
I guess the word we are all looking for is cute. Vlada, you don't need to persuade me twice to use the app. I will be happy to, and congratulations, because after all, it's not easy for a lot of people to motivate themselves to walk more and discover a lot of things, maybe even customers on the way. You never know. We are talking today about customer discovery. So once again, congratulations. Audience Award 2020 in Lithuania goes to Walk15. Thank you once again. Ladies and gentlemen, time for 3 remaining awards. I shouldn't be calling them remaining. They are really the main prizes of the day. 3rd prize, 2nd prize, and of course the winner of today's country final. Let's start with the 3rd prize. The winner of the 3rd prize is the FoodKind, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. That would be the €1,000 prize. And now the 2nd place in our competition, the winner of the 2nd prize is Color Robotica, ladies and gentlemen. €3,000 for the 2nd place. And I guess the suspense is reaching its heights now. The 1st prize winner, the winner of today's country final, the one who will participate in the grand final and will have a chance to compete with other 1st prize country final winners for up to €25,000, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the country final in Lithuania is Encelam, ladies and gentlemen. Do we have the... Oh, that's 2 big smiles I can see. Are you surprised?
Yeah.
No, that's your Oscars ceremony moment, so feel free to rejoice and say whatever you please and send greetings to family members and friends and whatever comes to your mind.
Thank you so much for everyone who supported us, to our friends and families and everyone. And yeah, we did it.
Yes,
yeah,
seriously. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the chance you gave us. It's awesome, actually.
Congratulations. As you can see, even the power outage didn't stop you. So that's quite successful on our part, I suppose. Once again, congratulations on winning the Lithuanian country final in our competition.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Thank you. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, that was quite a glimpse on the future in food-related technologies, concepts, and creative ideas that we are developing in the age of the pandemic. I would like to thank the jury, the startups, the hub, and you, our wonderful audience, ladies and gentlemen. Let us hope we'll be able to meet soon, hopefully, in the real world conference. But for those of you who like to look at things from a glass half full perspective, let me tell you this. The fact that we are not meeting in a single venue, all of us traveling from different locations, also has a splendid, wonderful, positive carbon footprint. It doesn't take a genius to calculate that. Thank you very much once again. That's all for today. Our next country final will be taking place, as you can see right now on the slide in front of me, 2nd of July, Portugal, 3rd of July, Estonia, and 6th of July, Greece. Once again, congratulations to the winners. Congratulations to the audience award winner. Best of luck. Stay safe. See you soon.